Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your city administrator, Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Jeremy. How about you?
I don't know. I sound like a baseball announcer when I call you in. Chad Brecklin. Maybe we need like walk-up music too. We can arrange that if you want.
Yeah, some walk-up music would be nice. And if you want to, treat me like I'm some sort of sports professional, I'm good with that.
Are you into baseball at all, Chad? I don't even know. I know you're a football guy, but do you keep up with the baseball?
I do pay attention to the Brewers, but in all honesty, 162 game season is a long haul. So I kind of check in and check out at various points in the season. So I'm sure, the baseball purists who might be listening are cringing at that statement, but yeah, like I said, I certainly am a fan of the Brewers and pay attention during the season, but I'm not tuning into every single game.
That's fine. I'm with you. I'm the same way. I'll check in early, check out, check back in, and that's does it okay with me. So, all right. Well, we're not here to learn about Brewers from you today. We're here to talk about some other things in the city, and we're going to jump right into Town of Madison update. Postcards recently went out to residents that will be coming into the city of Fitchburg, but we've scheduled an important open house meeting coming up.
Yeah, we have April 28th at 6:30 over at the Courts Health Building, Administrative Building on Novation Parkway. We are having our first public information meeting for our Town of Madison residents and business owners who are, as you mentioned, going to become residents of the city of Fitchburg and our business owners within the city of Fitchburg on October 31st of this year. It's obviously a great opportunity for folks to learn a little bit more about the services the city of Fitchburg offers, ask some questions, and then also meet representatives from a variety of different departments here within the city of Fitchburg.
Chad, this just doesn't happen every day where, a city attaches to another city. And maybe for folks not familiar, just a short piece so people know for residents of Fitchburg and residents to be Fitchburg, where are we talking about?
Yeah, so you are right. In fact, I think we're learning from our friends at the state that this may be the first situation in which a town has been attached to two municipalities at the same time. In the past, it has happened where a town has attached to one municipality. But obviously, with two municipalities involved, it does create a whole host of considerations and issues. How do you divide assets and liabilities of the town as it exists when it ultimately, and then when it dissolves? How do you continue to provide services to the residents in a seamless manner? How do you do things like reassess properties or send out tax bills or utility bills, sewer rates and property tax rates, and inventorying infrastructure like park shelters and park facilities and roadways conditions? There are a lot of issues that need to be addressed. And in fact, I gave an update recently at the city council meeting that I think it was somewhere around 227 individual questions, items, or issues need to be addressed across all of the departments here in the city of Fitchburg as it relates to absorbing or attaching the town of Madison here coming up in about 6 months. So a lot of considerations. And as you've mentioned, there's really no playbook for this.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, Chad, this has been in the works. City staff has spent quite a bit of time trying to organize and get ready to answer all questions. But if residents do have questions, or future residents alike have questions, how can they find out more information at this time ahead of the meeting? And then certainly we're going to share some great stuff coming up down the road as well. But what can they do to find some info now?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of different options in particular, but we have a Town of Madison landing page on our website with a whole host of frequently asked questions where folks can take a look at least the questions that we've been posed to this point or that we anticipate folks will have. Many of those answers are there. That also on our website will also provide information just in general about the city services that are provided here in Fitchburg. And that website information can be translated into other languages. One of particular interest may be Spanish. There's some instructions on how to do that on our website as well. So at least some basic translation has taken place for folks who may prefer to read it in a language such as Spanish. And then additionally, you can always reach out to city staff either by calling the clerk's office at 4200 and posing a particular question about the town, and they can route you in that direction, or reaching out to me or Lisa Sanford, our city's executive assistant, via email would also be another way in which you could potentially pose a question. And between the two of us, we can route your question to where it may be most appropriately answered.
Yeah, and we got a lot of fun events coming up. We're going to be announcing those here at the open house. So a lot to come on that, but thank you for the update there.
Yeah, before you move on to the next topic, Jeremy, I do just want to thank you and Lisa for all the efforts that the two of you have put into this public information meeting, as well as just our overall communications and outreach plan. It's a team effort, and you two in particular have stepped up on this topic, and appreciate all the work that you and your crew is doing.
Yeah, it's been a fun, a lot of work, but a fun experience at that, because it's better to understand what residents need, want information. So it's kind of interesting. It's once in a lifetime experience, I think, for sure. So taking it at all seriousness, it's a lot of work, and we have a lot of great information to share out there, and we hope to reach as many residents as possible during this time. And even if we don't get you the first time, the second time, the third time, we're still going to be here for you. And I think that's the most important thing at the end of the day. Now, and it does stay in the town of Madison area here. We're going to talk a little bit about elections. We just had election recently, but we will be changing things up a little bit coming up. Tell us what you know.
Yeah, obviously, we just had our April 5th election here in the city and throughout the state of Wisconsin. As was anticipated, turnout was generally relatively low. I think we were in the low 20% for turnout, generally speaking, across the city. And as elections will obviously continue to be a part of our future operations here and taking on the Southdale neighborhood within the town of Madison, we do have some polling locations that we'll be looking to identify with the intent of adding a fifth location that will help put a polling location into Northeast Fitchburg that would be either in the Southdale neighborhood coming into the town, or at least in Northeast Fitchburg as it exists today. That would be much more convenient for our Northeast area residents to be reaching their polling location versus traveling here to the City Hall or City Center area. And then one other bit of information that I have shared with the council recently is that our District 1 polling location at Little John's will not be available in the upcoming August primary and November general election due to ongoing remodeling plans and projects there at that location. So definitely some changes as it relates to polling locations. The city will be sure to communicate any changes in polling locations as they relate to our registered voters, and also be sure to include that information on our website as well.
Yeah, it's we'll keep you up to date on that. And a special thanks to Chad, to all the election inspectors and our clerk's department, continuing to provide the best services when it comes to our elections.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for that, Jeremy. Certainly our city clerk, Tracy Oldenburg, her team here at the city of Fitchburg in the clerk's department. And as you also mentioned, all of our election workers that all dedicate their time, energy to ensuring that our elections are done in a fair, equitable, and secure manner. A lot of work goes on behind the scenes by Tracy and her crew that really ensures that we have a really solid election process here in the city. And, we're lucky to have folks who are willing to do this work. It's often quite challenging, often goes on behind the scenes, and sometimes may not get the recognition it deserves.
Absolutely. Yes, they do a great job. Second to nobody here in the city of Fitchburg. No, we appreciate every election worker and clerk's department across the state, but we certainly got a great group here in Fitchburg. Chad, we ran out of time. We appreciate it. We'll check back in with you next month and ask you about tennis.
Sounds great. I look forward to it.
All right. Chad Brecklin, your city administrator. You gotta have a little fun when you have the admin on for sure.
Could be
We'll take a
Wimbledon
quick
time
break.
at that point.
Oh, don't you even start with me.
No, that's
Oh, my
summer.
goodness.
That's summer.
Yeah,
Probably French
there you
Open.
go. You blew it.
It'd be French Open time.
That. Oh my gosh, that guy right there, City Administrator Chad Brecklin. We'll check back in with him next month and take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.